NERDSoul.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
Batman. I gave Batman a little love. He be getting on my nerves, but I gave him a little.
That's a
love.
fact.
You gotta stop that. That's that
Whoa,
Leo
whoa,
talking. You gotta stop that. You gotta stop that.
Whoa. You can't be sitting there saying Batman getting on your nerves, man. Like,
Right.
Yo, he do,
Batman.
man.
that's
Especially
that
Batman.
Leo energy.
Like,
That's
yo,
Leo
Batman
energy.
be getting on my nerves sometimes, yo.
Why?
I'll
I
say
wanna know
this.
why.
Honestly, I think Nightwing is a better Batman than Bruce is.
Stop it.
Yeah.
You gotta stop
I'm
that.
sorry.
I agree 100%. He
Yeah,
really
like,
like,
I-
streets.
I
Here's-
can't talk to people who are Leos right now.
When you
talking
start thinking about Batman, well, you know what? We'll go.
No. I want to know.
Yeah.
Oh, look, you didn't open up a can of worms, man.
Because Bruce could have like saved Gotham millions of times over with either with his money or his connections with the Justice League. Like they could have cleaned up that city millions of times.
Is
like,
it
you
really
me
that
they should have
simple?
killed a bunch of people? Is what you're
Is it
telling
really
me.
that simple?
Well,
Because if that's the case, why didn't Tony Stark do it?
What are you talking about?
Avengers.
Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Tony Stark is a futurist that creates stuff. He don't try to be in the government and all that. Bruce
come
Wayne.
on, but he was in there having problems with his daddy.
Tony
He was
Stark
mad.
is a
He was like, I
want
want to be like my daddy.
Man.
I want to be like
Let's
my daddy.
not talk about Tony Stark
Shield.
talking about being a bitch, okay? Because we can
He
talk
is.
about Bruce
Tony
and
is
his love
Tony
obsession with the
Bruce is a
Joker.
player.
His love obsession with the Joker, even though Joker kills millions of people all the time, every time.
Yeah.
And what
And
do
what-
we do?
hold on. And what does Tony Stark
Tony
do?
be killing people, bro. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. They be stopping they be stopping Tony from bringing you bringing the government in there.
But Tony Stark died.
That's what I'm saying.
How many times has Batman died and come back, bro? How many
Because
times
he's
has
an
Batman got
OG.
whooped? He ain't a G. It's just they don't want to write him out because
listen, he died
He
running
that
against.
lit.
Listen,
He that lit. He don't have
man.
superpowers in a suit. He don't
Man,
have.
he got money. That's his
hands
superpower,
are
man.
serious.
What you
That's what
talking
Tony
about,
Stark
bro?
does.
Let's see if Tony Stark can do this without
Tony
a
Stark
suit.
got money.
Huh? Man,
Tony Stark has money.
Batman and Tony Stark can both get got. No problem.
It's because Batman
I'ma
is
make it
wrapped
very
up in so
relatable.
much like white exceptionalism that it's like,
exactly.
it's tough
So
at
I'm gonna make it
times.
very relatable.
I think he's cool, but you know what? I think a lot of Batman's fans make it worse.
Yes.
Than it, because
Like
Batman, the character himself, I'm like, cool, but then his fans be like, he can beat everybody. It's like, bruh, look, he is on a
let me tell you
team
why.
where everyone could kill him if they wanted.
But
Like,
here's the
stop
thing.
it. I'm not trying to hear about prep time. Nobody's gonna be like,
They're
yo,
doing
I'm gonna fight you
dabble.
next month. All
It's
right.
not about prep time. It's the fact that he actually has a contingency plan in place for each person. Does Tony Stark have that?
No, he does
Tony
not.
Stark does not have that.
He
When you
does
think
not.
about Batman, the fact that he's like, look, kryptonite I know will take you out, Superman. You weak. A little green rock will take you out. You get what I'm saying? He got put in the ICU because of a freaking kryptonite bullet. Come on now. Come on. These type of things, for me, it's like when you are going to be on a league and you know for a fact that you don't have any superpowers and you're like, look, just in case these motherfuckers lose their mind, I gotta have a way to get out of there. Because Superman could wipe out all of humanity if he really wanted to. Let's be real. Wonder Woman could do the same thing. A lot of the people in Justice League could do it. So if they wanted to switch,
Martian Manhunter, they all could. The Flash could kill everybody.
Superman has done, and this is the thing that gets me. Superman has done it because Lois Lane died.
Thank you.
That's what I love.
Because of a woman. Because of a woman.
Batman doing it because his mom and daddy died.
No.
Batman's parents died, and this dude terrorized the city for his whole life.
Let's ask this question: If Tony takes off that suit, can he square up with T'Challa?
No.
Exactly. He can't do nothing without that suit.
You gotta talk about
Batman to get whooped by T'Challa. We know this.
Batman can't handle T'Challa though.
But here's the thing that gets me. You said Batman's parents died, right?
Yeah.
It's like when his parents died, he became a superhero. Superman's love of his life died, and he said, "Fuck all humanity."
Because he told, what did he tell Batman? Hold on, wait, stop. What did he tell Batman when he did that in Injustice? What did he say? What did he tell Bruce?
What did he say?
What did he say? Because who did it? Joker, right? The same person that kills people over and over again. And what does Batman do?
And it's a problem that Batman could have solved.
And it's not
years
about
ago.
changing them. Batman if the Joker dies or every villain actually really dies in Gotham, we're not even talking about the black part of Gotham that in the comic book, the guy that's on the Bat family was like, I'm not messing with you, Bruce, because you're not really trying to help nothing. You just didn't, you think you keep trying to get people's a better side, and it doesn't happen, and all the criminals are messing with in the black neighborhoods, killing the black folks. What is Bruce doing? You tell me that. Joker to this day, in every comic book to this day, is still killing people. And what is Bruce doing?
But here's the thing: you talk about humanity all the
Joker
time.
Is the number one villain. Everybody's afraid of the Joker.
But you know what? This is the thing that gets me. You talk about humanity all the time. You talk about this with vampires. They got this purity of humanity, and I'm like, here's the thing: Batman is looking at it like Joker had a bad day.
How many bad days are you gonna have, Suds?
Which is what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying, right? So like he's like, whatever the reason
for you. But go ahead, Suds.
But but this is what I'm getting at, right? Like you can't sit here and say humanity for other characters, but when Batman is sitting here saying, "I'm going to try to save this person because of the bit of humanity that I think is left," that you think it's a crock of shit. Like you cannot do that, man.
You're missing one thing.
If the Joker kills somebody in front of Batman, and Batman's like, for the millionth time, I'm gonna try to find the humanity in you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
this isn't Joker's first infraction.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Let's not act like this is like the first time.
Like y'all playing yourselves right now.
Okay, so then
I got a question for you. This is a real question. This goes to both universes. People. How many good guys actually kill villains?
T'Challa.
Wonder Woman does.
Wonder Woman.
So you got two.
But Superman, but see, I don't hear you saying the same. Right, but I don't hear you guys saying it about Superman.
Exactly.
No, Superman a bitch too. I'm just keeping it on.
Yeah.
And so is Tony Stark.
Superman, Tony Stark. Okay.
But Tony Stark is like I could and I'm not caping for Tony Stark. What I'm saying,
you are.
Tony's whack.
No, let me finish. Tony Stark is like, okay, this is how we make, like the superpower registration. And I agreed with Captain America to a point as far as like, no, because that's just government control, which I laugh because your name is Captain America, which is hilarious that you fought in the World War and all this.
He's a bitch too.
Yeah, but Tony Stark is like, this is how that we're going to get regular people to trust us, because even in not just the comic book, but even in the movie, when T'Challa's father is like, you just have too much power and you have to check it, because not because you check it just for the government, it's because people are afraid of you. People think that you're in this hierarchy, and they either will look at you as gods or they want you to be villains. And Tony saw that and understood that, not only in the comic books but also in the movies, and he attempted to do something. Now the villains that Tony Stark was fighting, yes, there's a lot of the villains that he should have murked, like hands down. And a lot of times he doesn't murk them.
He created one. Yeah,
Ultron. I got it. But then you got House of Babel, where Batman just went crazy, and then House of Babel took over. I'm not deflecting. I'm just giving.
So there's similarities in both sides, but the difference is that they take things who could square up with each other and get roasted. Tell me that. That's all I want to say.
I'm not really making an argument that Batman can't fight or anything. It's just that Batman gets on my nerves because of the position he's in and his actual effectiveness.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
The position he's in versus his effectiveness is my problem. And then whenever you bring up Batman, people are like, Batman's the best thing since sliced bread. And it's like,
no, he is though.
He's not effective, Ren. He's not effective.
The only reason why I say
that
he's
Mr.
great.
Stark
is more effective than
the only reason why I have ever said Batman is cool is because of the fact that when you think about it, he has absolutely no powers, and he is limited to his mind and his ability to create things to help him be effective. Sure, he doesn't eliminate his enemies.
Let's keep that 100%. He does not create anything. All the technology is not from Bruce Wayne. It's from Bruce Wayne Industries. Let's keep it 100.
Here's my thing.
It's a black man. It's a black man making that.
Exactly. That's a fact.
You said go ahead, Seth. We're keeping it simple. A man has no superpowers and he can still wash people. That's
my thing.
He washes people because other people make it so he can wash them.
Listen, here's my thing. Tony Stark. But here's my thing. If you took out that piece, his arc reactor,
he's done.
What would happen?
Which he took it out in the comic book and he took it out in the movie. So go ahead. Keep going.
He took it out. What happened? What happened?
He's still alive. What do you mean he didn't die in the comic book or the movie?
I guess he's talking about
like before. Switch it out.
Yeah, before
you heard it. Hurry up and switch it out.
Okay. Hurry up and switch it out.
Yeah,
I'm about to die. That heart is.
I think it's because Batman is extremely popular, so he's always had the best writers and the best artists on his books. I think Batman's books have definitely had the best artists and best writers that came.
No, I was gonna say right now, as far as popularity, Marvel has it, and Tony Stark is that guy.
Killing it.
I can't even. I'm not even gonna say that.
I'm talking about DC. I'm just talking about DC alone. Like DC alone, Bumblebee ain't getting that love. You know what I'm saying? The Outsiders ain't getting that love.
The Ninja Turtles,
like Black Lightning ain't getting that love. Right, you know what I'm saying? Usually the top talent is going to Batman's books.
I'll be right back. Y'all keep arguing. I'll be right back.
If we had that same top talent on a book for, I don't know, like Black Lightning, we'd be saying the same thing about him. We'd be like, oh, Black Lightning can beat anybody. Well, yeah, because their writers have put Batman in positions to where he always wins. But if we would take this world that, this kind of fake world that they've that they've created, and made them play by their own rules, then technically Superman and the Flash could easily come in and kill Batman whenever they felt like it.
Oh, that's a fact.
Now, Wonder Woman, she can't move that fast. So there might be some things she has to go through.
Got power.
Green Lantern a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? She can't move that fast. But I mean,
but she could punch the shit out of him. She could punch him right
through
his heart.
But he got contingencies for everybody.
She kick him in his chest.
It's a wrap.
But the thing is, the contingencies are something that he has to get to. For instance, this is, God forbid, somebody kicks in my door, right? I have guns, but I got to get to them. Like,
they come out
Bruce Wayne walking out the shower. He doesn't have the kryptonite ring on him.
Nah, you know he do.
He come out the shower. He butt naked. All right, and then
you don't think a gun that comes out the wall.
He come out the shower in the suit.
People, come on, man, come on.
Like you gotta be real here. Don't even try to play like that. This Bruce Wayne here.
Come on,
just the same way Tony Stark could say.
He's got so much money in the bank that he has everything built into anywhere that he goes. He's a white guy with money. Come on, man.
Nah, bro. Flash easily. Flash easily.
See, Flash is on a whole level.
It's probably Flash, followed by Martian Manhunter.
Okay.
Then Superman.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the ability to phase through objects is just if we wanted to play by the rules they set.
Yeah.
Yes.
Flash easily. Martian Manhunter, him and Superman maybe changing space.
And the fact that
after that it gets a little bit harder, because Green Lantern, he has stuff, but he can't phase through objects, so he might have to open a door. But still, you're talking about someone who could essentially make a hammer the size of his house and just smash the house.
It's
like kill Batman easily.
But you know what?
But they'll be like, but Batman knew it was coming, so Batman built a little pod, and he's still alive. It's like, no, he didn't. Stop it.
But here's the thing that gets me. When you think about in the Marvel universe too, when you think about the Marvel universe, right? The thing that I've always had a problem with is when you think about the Hulk. They have always limited him in movies. Right? Every single time. Like in the first one, sure, okay, he grew to a size that was really large, but they didn't really show what he could do with his other powers that he had. And then in the later renditions of him, they had him fucking stupid. I get it. Hulk is a brute, but he's limited. Like when they had him going against Abomination, they had him capped at 9 feet. And I'm like, that alone is not even right. Not even right.
No.
He should. The more angry he gets, the bigger he gets. And on top of that, crack a fucking planet.
Yeah.
And you telling me that he can't kill everybody in Marvel Universe?
Come on. Hulk can kill Batman with ease, and most of the people in the Marvel Universe, and Thanos.
The whole problem is,
and he lost to Thanos.
But that was in the movie because they had to play it.
Because you had to kind of back. The problem with making this stuff live action, you have to back it down. Because what are we going to do when we bring in the Phoenix Force? You know what I'm saying? So it's you have to back
they didn't even
this stuff
do Phoenix
down.
Right.
Thank you.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about when
that's Fox. So that ain't Marvel.
It's you gotta
pissed me off with her. I was like, come on, man.
You gotta have to bring the Hulk back a little bit because
fuck that.
If you let it go, then it's Thanos gets to such incredible powers. It's because I love comics, but let's be for real. Comics is crazy.
Listen, it is escapism. That is the whole point. But I agree with you, but that's the whole point. It's escapism. I don't want this shit rooted.
Playing like Galactus can't kill Reed Richards. You better stop playing.
That's what I'm saying. But here's
the thing. Galactus be like, I'm hungry. The end.
Do you get what I'm saying? But like, that's the whole point of comics, right? It's a form of escapism. I don't want this rooted in reality. I want to be blown away. The fact that Thanos handled the Hulk, and I'm like, in the comics, you know damn well Thanos was like, I don't want to mess with the Hulk.
He always said that. Always said that.
He's like, wait, the Hulk. Hold on. He doesn't want to mess with him because it takes too much.
Like send everybody else out except himself.
Drax the Destroyer punched a hole through Thanos' chest in the comic. Yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, it's like, show that. Show the unbelievable bullshit that we see in comics.
They don't want to.
Limits.
They don't want to.
And tell me that Thanos gives a shit about half of the universe because he wants to make it better. Bullshit. He said, I want to wipe them out because I want to impress Lady Death. Show me that unrealistic bullshit.
Yeah.
And then pull in.
Try and get to the good.
But to Feige's credit, I know trying to sell people on like, I check it. And I think we're slowly getting there with Loki, but being like, I check it. All of these things like hunger, sadness, there's actually real personified versions of them in the universe. And people be like, huh? It's like, I think they're slowly trying to get there. Like they did the whole thing. Now we know there's the multiverse and all these time streams and stuff's going crazy. So I think they're going to slowly get there.
Ease that in there, yeah.
You know, it's comics is convoluted and comics is crazy. Like I ain't going front. I love them, but they crazy. Like
they are.
When they try to bring out like, check it. There's an Mcron crystal. And like you can go anywhere. What you mean by anywhere? Oh, well, I mean you can just kind of walk in there and go wherever you want. Like it's just.
But you know what? I think the other crazy thing too is it gets weird,
and I think like it's gonna be tough for like my mom to be able to like hang with that.
Keep
like, my mom would be like, cool. You know what I'm saying? Iron Man doing this thing, or like Black Panther is really cool. And then like when you start being like death, hunger, what's like the living tribunal? She'd be like, what?
Well, no,
that's the problem. They're trying to keep it friendly for everybody else when it's not about that. Because if you're making it for the fans, make it for the fans. Don't worry about trying to please people, making it crowd friendly and entertainment.
But it's money.
That's what I'm saying.
Gotta get that. They gotta get.
You know what? The one thing I will add to it though, it's like when you think about Thanos' story, our dark side story, like a dark side, we always see the personification of him, but he's really just a projection. They even got to that point. You get what I'm saying? Like, dude, his projections are kicking people's asses. So to me, in my opinion, I'm like,
he's like a god beyond
the
immeasurable strength universes. Or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like he's thinking of shit. He's on the other side of the universe, and he's like, yeah, okay. Well, that projection didn't do so well, but it's okay. But his projection is kicking Superman's ass, and it's a projection. Thanos needs a damn glove with stones to be able to even match or surpass most of the people in the Avengers universe.
That's another, and I mean, of course, this happens in comics. I mean, the directives come down, who wins, who loses. But Thanos is another one who's been wildly inconsistent with his powers. Yeah, like, there's been times when Thanos was like,
even in the comic book.
When Doom had the Infinity Gauntlet, that I think was a better storyline, in my honest opinion, than Thanos. That's a whole nother story. That was a whole different story. I preferred that one. That would have been better, in my opinion, as far as the ultimate person to defeat than Thanos, but that's just me.